In this video that is playing right now, you can see a rocket taking off. This is one of the space shuttles going to the International Space Station. And how do they work?
Well, rockets work by having a thing at the end of a large tank of fuel that goes boom, as you could probably seen in the video before. And this all carries your payload, which has your very fragile humans or cargo inside. The fuel is usually a liquid, which is liquid hydrogen, and an oxidizer, usually liquid oxygen, each in their own separate tanks. They then go down the fuel pipe, spiral out around the end of the rocket nozzle. What this does is it cools down the nozzle and it heats up the fuel, resulting in them going boom much easier at the end of the rocket when they're finally released. The way that the payload works is inside of the top of the rocket, you have your humans, you have some cargo. This is supposed to keep them alive. Of course, you have all of your other stuff to keep them alive, like the monitors for them to control the rocket, and the seats supposed to keep them in place, as well as like maybe a window so that way they can see out into space, because they usually want to see out into space, and the oxygen to keep them supported, as well as the escape area, where in the event of a rocket launch, if the launch fails, there's humans inside. There's supposed to be a little something at the very top of the rocket that carries them away from the explosion and to safety. There's also the parachutes in there in order to help them with re-entry, and the heat shield. So there's a lot, meaning that in truth, you don't actually have that much room for your humans that you want to send to send to space. Now, why does this matter? Well, if you want to have a rocket that makes money, then in order to get that money, you need to get more stuff, for example, humans or cargo, up into space on top of the rocket, meaning that you need more fuel. And as a result, it's just a feedback cycle where you need more money to get more fuel, and you need that more fuel to get more things up into space. But the more things you get up into space, the more fuel that you need, and the more fuel that you have, the more fuel that you need to carry that fuel up into the higher parts of the atmosphere. So in truth, it all revolves around fuel. If you enjoyed this video, then you might like this video here on the Skyhook, which, put simply, is a way to require less fuel in getting things up into space. Anyway, have a good day, and goodbye!